Lastly, we're going to conclude with a scenario analysis of this exercise as well. Remember that a bookshelf made out of elm in the final year cost 600 exactly. Well, we see the price is all going up in here, and our scenario analysis is as follows. We want to see when does a bookshelf made out of cherry cost $600. We have a more specific reason for asking as well. We want to see how much less than 4.4% would the labor cost have to raise. I mean, how much better of a deal with labor unions we would have to make in order to get the cherries bookshelf price down to 600. So let's do it. Again, we cannot write 600 in here, but we can do such a thing. Let's take this worksheet, let's click on formulas, and now let's do some backtracking. How is this worksheet built up? We click in here and we click trace precedence, and here it is. Goes back step by step, and this is how from previous years it builds up the cost of cherry's bookshelf. Cherry's bookshelf is depending on the price of cherry and price of labor. These depend on previous years until they are coming from the initial numbers. And actually there's one new piece of information here as well. We see that some formulas are using outside information. Here it is. If we double click and select this outside information, we are being shown the table from which numbers are coming. Now let's remove these arrows and let's do a scenario analysis. Let's equate this with 600 exactly. So it's data, what if analysis, and goal seek. We want to set the cell cherry's final price. So the prices go always up here, but the final price we want to set for cherry to 600, and we want to change the labor cost increase percentage and click OK. And here it is. If we manage to get the rise of wages down to 2.7%, we still get the cherry in the final year for 600, and pine will actually then only be 516. Okay, another scenario analysis. Let's play with the labor cost increase, and this is often a case for scenario analysis. Let's play with it from 1% to, let's say, 6% or so. So let's go in here and let's write 0,01, 0,015. So 0,01 is 1%, this is 1.5%, and let's select them together. And now we can copy them together and Excel will nicely propagate this scenario. Okay, let's do it until 7% increase of labor cost. And in here we have to write equals, and we want to again observe, well, now this time let's make a bit more difficult scenario analysis, namely we write equals pine in here and equals elm in the next cell. So we're actually taking two final cells out. This can be done with data table just as well. And now let's select it all and let's give the command. Remember, these two cells were connected to our model already. Now we would like to connect the percentages to the increase of labor cost. So we select it, we do data, what if analysis, data table, and since these numbers are a column, we say that column input cell is this 2.7%. Okay, and now we can graph it out. Remember that we can again use XY scatter graph or scatter graph, because this is x-axis and these numbers go to y-axis. So let's select all three of them, and let's say insert scatter graph, and let's select, for instance, the first option. Okay, and here we see as the percentage of labor increase goes from 1 to 7, we get the final year's situation worsening and worsening in terms of our costs. The costs will go up, and they will go up together, because both will be using this labor cost. Okay, so this is our scenario analysis.